Okay, get ready. Google just changed everything again. So, are you still using tools like ChatGPT and Claude, all of these AI tools to create text-based content? What about if you were using an AI tool that could actually hear what you were saying, see what you're doing, and actually watch your screen live in real time? So this isn't something that is in the future. It's not about typing better prompts or doing prompt engineering. This is an AI tool now that can work completely alongside you while you're actually doing it. And I know that most people that are watching this, they're probably learning about AI tools and may be a little bit afraid of it. But most of us, including myself until now, it's like we create a syllabus. In fact, I did videos on creating a syllabus earlier this week. It helps us create video scripts. It allows us to do research and bring stuff together. But everything that is involved in creating educational content and building an educational business, it's text-based, it's static. So it's stuff that we do before we actually do the training or before we actually teach what it is that we're doing. And there's some real big limitations to this, of course, right? There's no interactivity with what we're actually doing while we're doing it. There's no way to handle complex tasks. So if we're showing a particular process and it's got a number of different steps and there's a lot of visual elements, you just can't do it. And it's not personalized to the unique learner. And with all of the content available, especially stuff that's AI generated, without making it unique or personalized to the actual person learning, it can't be as engaging. So what I'm going to do today is I want to show you something. This is Gemini 2.0 Flash, which is the Google's equivalent to stuff like ChatGPT and Claude. So this has just had a big launch, and it's absolutely going to change everything for us when we're creating online content. So there's a couple big choices here, and I have the link to this so you can go take a look at it, of course, and read through it. And they have some really, really good demos here, and I'm going to show you a demo on my screen shortly. But here's just an example. The first thing they're talking about is performance. Yeah, I've been playing around with this. It's absolutely fast. And when we watch the demo, you're going to see that I'm actually interacting live in real time with the AI tool while I'm doing it. So this is super, super fast. Here's the other thing here, output modalities. So before, what happened is when we make a prompt, we type some text in, we get a response. In this case, what happens is Gemini 2.0 Flash allows us to live in real time interact with our voice or with our actual camera or our screen. So it's not a static, like a ping pong ball or a tennis ball or a pickleball back and forth, one after the other. It's not like just two things. It's like everything's going on at the same time with all of these modalities responses from the actual AI tool. The other one that's really cool here, and we'll get into that, I'll show you a little demo as well, what they call native image output. And what that means, the demo that they give here is they put a picture up of the car and then they say, make the car convertible. So it has the context of the car and it makes edits to the actual image. It's not writing some text back to you. It's making changes to the actual image. The other thing is native tools. So again, this is live in real time. And we'll see in the demo, I'm going to be talking to it and showing my screen, and it's going to actually be doing it natively where I am. So it's not like I've got to go and do the AI tool in one place and go and actually do the tutorial or the lesson or the content in another place. So this is just, I'm talking about video, but it could be spreadsheets. It could be a presentation. It could be something that you're running for coding, if you're teaching coding, for example. And here's the big one, the multimodal live API. And this is what I'm going to show you, where you basically just pick the input and it's going to basically allow you to use all of these different things at the same time. So this is pretty flippy stuff when we're thinking about it, and I'm really, really, really excited about it because it's going to be seamless for us when we're creating content. We're not going to be limited anymore, and this is going to happen really, really quickly where we're able to create content that is more personalized to the person that we're actually trying to teach. And there's some implications of this for us if you're creating an education business or you're basically, you know, creating how-to materials, anything like that. Right now, a lot of people do a talking head video, or sometimes they have a slide deck or something along those lines, or they're doing, you know, screen captures and something where they're actually kind of just narrating on it. I think my gist on this, my big picture is Gemini 1 came out in November, Gemini 2 is out in December. So what's going to happen in 4 months from now or 6 months from now? If you can't at least get a handle on this, and this is where I'm working really hard on it, I'm trying to keep up to date with this, but other trainers, other educators in your space are going to be doing this. So you have to be able to either offer as rich an experience to kind of figure this out and stay on top of it. So let's take a look at it, and I'll do a little bit of a demo so that you can see what's happening here. And the thing is that this, I believe, and again, I'm going to put these on the screen before, but I'm at aistudio.google.com. My understanding that this is in Gemini 2.0, which is the paid version of this, or it will be shortly, but this is like the developer's place where you can go play around. So if you go to aistudio.google.com, I'll put the links below as well. You'll get a screen similar to this after you log in. And there's a couple things you should know right off the bat. Over on the right-hand side above my head here, you'll see it has which engine it's using. And this one is the Gemini 2.0 Flash Experimental. So this isn't ready to go kind of thing, but it's where stuff will probably be launched in the next couple weeks or month. So that's the first thing. Second thing is down at the bottom, I'll just move my head out of the way. You see where it says grounding? Search results and provide links to relevant sources. So right now it's set up that it doesn't have access to the web. For example, like ChatGPT search does. When you do a prompt, it searches live in real time. You can ground it and basically give it access. Live real-time internet access is available for us there. So here's what I'm going to do, and if there's some feedback or the sound's a little bad, I apologize for that. So I got a lot of monitors and screens going, and you're going to see that it actually talks back to us as we're doing this. And on the main kind of screen here, just where you're creating a prompt, you'll see in the bottom there's a place to do a prompt, and they've got math worksheet, you know, hurricane charting, some kind of technical stuff. I'm more interested in how do I interact with it live and how do I actually create these courses or things that are going to work properly. So I'm on the left-hand side, I'm going to go to stream real time, and some little boxes come up here. Hopefully you can see that. Talk to Gemini, show Gemini, and share your screen. So when I click share my screen, it's going to ask me which screen to do, and then I'm basically going to have a conversation, and we're going to go over a little bit about what's happening here on the training sites site. So the other thing to notice here is I can interrupt it while we're doing it. So let's go and start this up. I'm going to do share my screen. It's going to ask me which screen I want, and I'm going to pick the entire screen here, and I'm going to pick this one, and let's get going.
Sure. You're on the feed page of trainingsites.io. It appears to be a community feed where users can post updates and interact with each other. There is a section to the left with several options like campus coaching, study hall, and course library. In the main area, there are several posts by users. On the right, there are sections titled Trending Posts and Recent Activities.
Where would I go if I wanted to take a course?
To take a course, you would go to the Courses link at the top of the page. It is next to the Home button.
What are some of the courses available to me?
Certainly. Some of the available courses include AI prompts to create online courses, campus map, campus onboarding with email automations, course email systems, course sales pages, and face-to-face selling.
Which course would I take if I wanted to learn how to start and launch?
If you want to learn how to start and launch, the course you should take is called Start to Launch. It is the second course in the top row.
What are some of the menu choices across the top of the page?
The menu choices at the top of the page are Home, Courses, Tutorials, Classes, Spaces, Members, Leaderboard, and Services.
What do you think Spaces is about?
Based on the other menu items, Spaces likely refers to a forum or community area for users to interact. It could be a place where people can ask questions or share ideas with each other in a more organized way than a general feed.
Here's a couple real-life examples of how this can change everything when you're training, especially for physical activities or teaching how to do something. So I'm going to go back and we'll talk about my favorite example. I'm a pickleball instructor, and I want to teach people how to do or play pickleball better. So during a live lesson, I want to show a proper serve or a proper volley technique. And remember, the camera's there, so Gemini knows what's going on while it's happening. So what it can do is, like, at critical points on the screen, it'll be able to tell you things like, what's the body posture? What angle is the paddle at? Where is the foot placement in real time? So it can look at students' live video submissions to the instructor and then point out the differences, whether or not they should be doing one or the other. Think about it if they're trying to teach something like strategy. So there's a difference between playing singles and playing doubles. Where do you go in the court? How do you pick the right shot? So Gemini plays the video clips in real matches and then overlays visual annotations directly on the video with path-like shots or placement, moving the actual player around on the screen. And that's just if it's a camera of someone doing something physical. Doesn't matter if it's pickleball or learning how to be a carpenter, doesn't matter what it is. Even a talking head, if you're just a presenter or a speaker, you can be on video and you can get Gemini, for example, if you're saying, hey, here's three bullet points or 3 key points about this, and it'll annotate the video and put your points up. So even if you don't have a slide, it can make anything where you're interacting live in real time completely interactive and immersive and personalized. So this is going to mean a whole bunch for us, like interactive, multimodal, rich learning experiences for people if we get the hang of it. It also means that we're going to be able to do things like what? We're going to be able to have it multilingual. Again, international audiences, not just English. And the most important thing for me personally that I'm excited about is this is capturing your digital exhaust. And that means for us is that while we're doing things, we can turn it into course content or educational content that we can use on our campus or in our community. There's a lot of things we have to worry about here. For example, it's complicated, right? Well, not necessarily, because as these tools improve, it's going to work with your current workflow and tools. There's some cleaning up to do. It's not perfect right now, but I think there's going to be a natural progression to this anyway, and you're going to have to get your head around it. I know I'm ready to up my game. I'm going to work really, really hard on it, learning how to use this. I'm going to put more of that content into the trainingsites.io site. I'm just here to help you do that. If you have ideas about it, if you're doing some neat stuff, let me know. Let's take a look at it together so we can all start, build, and grow our education business. I want to thank you for joining us. My name is James. It's trainingsites.io. Make sure to go and like and subscribe to the channel. Of course, join the community. I'd love to see you. So let's go. Take care and expect the best.